and really how cool humanity is. Like, but in ways bigger than what we know. Like, you always hear how everybody's different, you know? People are different. And it's like, yeah, but that's truer in ways that we could even begin to know. Shit that sound like video gamey, like science fiction, when you really break it down. But like, you know, some people are more emotional, they're good with the arts, they're able to make you feel. I feel like these people are like just like the natural like magicians. It's difficult to say what type of mage they would be though, but they are the magicians, the artists. They are able to control you through media, through art, through music. I saw OK was playing a snippet of an Osama song for the album, and some dude was like begging for it like a drug, and I felt him. I was like, he's right. We want to hear that shit. Like when the artists don't drop, like when you're not dropping, it's like, yo, like hey, come on, like we need that shit. Like it becomes like they're magicians. It's kind of crazy. And I think writers are too, but then you got like the athletes or like the jocks and like the warrior class protection. But I think they are the ones that really show us, like, they remind us like what humanity is supposed to look like. Like when you see, like I don't watch basketball, but every time I see the highlights on the court, it's like you're seeing, you know, human, like just doing the things we've been doing since the Stone Age, you know, competing. And it's just that, it's historical really, every time watching sports, but it's different because you get to see it newly. Like for some reason we do like to see humans go at each other in a game, because that's what evolving is, that's what testing is. You have to go against a strong opponent to get stronger, to become better, and we like to see that, and it can give us inspiration in our lives. It's just, you know, so when we are dealing with tough shit, man, when Tom Brady did that shit on 4th and down, like Tom Brady was an assassin. He was an assassin. It was scary watching him. Like I was like as a kid, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why does he look like a model and he's 6'5" or whatever, and he's the best quarterback in the world? Are you fucking kidding me? God gave him too much. He got too much dip on his motherfucking chip. That's what I was like. I didn't really give a shit. Like, but there was always that respect, because he was like, you fear him. Like, oh shit, we played Tom Brady. We had to chalk that up to an L. He gonna scorch our defense. Like Tom Brady was really like, when I would see him when he had that cape on and shit too, he just looked like Darth Vader, but when Anakin's type. Like Tom was here and he didn't give a fuck. Like he found out some secret codes and he was taking over the world. Him, Jordan, Jerry Rice, they're the crazy ones, man. But yeah, like different people have different, you know, skills, talents, and different ways of feeling things. That's what I didn't realize. Like, oh wow, like I would just be saying shit, not really thinking about it, because to me, like, oh yeah, I was in the military. They say all crazy shit to you. This is just like, you know, the baby version of it. But you know, to me, that could be the case because of where I've been in my experiences. But someone who hasn't been out into the world, someone who hasn't been in those circles, it's not the same. They're not on the same playing field, and that doesn't mean better or worse. Just like, okay, they're in that stage where they haven't really experienced the world like that, and so that could be taken different. And yeah, I think these videos, I always try to come on with something targeted to talk about, but when I do it high, I just be going all over the place. And weed is definitely, like, I'm not gonna like try to push it or force it or anything like that, but I would just say at least try it once, like, and you have to know what you're trying, not just trying the indica, just, oh, this shit's heavy, this shit's dank, and it's just straight indica, or what's that, terpene or mycerine, you take it, it just knock you out and make you sleep. I'm smoking on shit like with terpenes like limonene, you know, and beta-carotene, and there are some other cool ones, but I haven't been smoking in a minute because I was in a different country, I couldn't smoke, so all that kind of shit went out the window. But yeah, like weed could definitely be used as a tool, especially if you're an artist, or just doing it, just trying, just seeing what it's like. I like to try and experience things, or at least if I can't try to experience it, put myself in the position of the person's shoes. Yeah, because I realized, okay, I'm not giving a shit about this at all, but this person could take this shit so seriously, like their whole life depended on it, and me, I'm just like, because I'm like, nothing, like we all die, like we can't change that as of now. I don't know how the future's gonna get, because Rudolph Steiner and shit, death is soon gonna become a thing in the past as we just keep evolving and going higher. But that's the path of love, you know, light. You can't do that if you're dark, doing dark shit, trying to hide shit, because how you treat other people is a reflection of how you really are on the inside. It's your character. So I was like, wow, you stole from that dude? Like, he was just a cool dude and you stole from him. What does that say about who you are? Like, what does that say about your character? Like, okay, I wouldn't want to be around a nigga like that. I'm cool on that. And that's the flip side too of humanity. Like, we have a light, we have a dark. and just how great the light can be with all these different skills and talents we have as human beings we're not even aware of. Channeling, making music, that's what artists are doing. When you see them rocking their bodies, it's like a form of channeling, like a shaman dance, and it just allows them to flow. They put them niggas in a straight jacket. I don't know if they would, actually that would bring out some crazy energy too. Put a nigga in a straight jacket and put him in the booth. He can still move around, be free, but that's going to bring you a different energy, maybe different stories, different shit like that. So, like, yeah, human beings were very spiritual. And as we evolve more, we become more aware. But right now, while we're in ignorance, dark influences want us to not know about our divinity, what we can really do, our powers and shit. And it's crazy, it's not like powers, but when you think about certain shit, oh, that is a power. Jamar Chase has superpowers. When you watch that nigga on the court, oh shit, he got superpowers. But that spans different ways of one. Like, you look at intelligence, you look at Albert Einstein, and like, imagine what, like, a billionaire could really be Iron Man if you wanted to. Like, human beings can do whatever we put our minds to, depending on, like, your path, what you're paid for, and that's the thing, we have a hand in shaping that. But I think we do have fate and destiny, but we can, like, kind of, I think I heard a Christian guy said free from fate, like one of the theosophists, like the Christian mystics. That's why I be rocking with the Christian mystics, the Sufi mystics. I want to hear what the mystics was saying. All the religion, you gotta wear this. Oh, every day we do that. Like, I'm like, okay, not. That's okay. That's you. But in the Bible, I don't see where he's saying do any of that. What the Catholics doing? But that's the thing. Catholics take over in the future. They say that they're trying to do some Jesuit sneak shit and take over and control the world. But behind the scenes, it's part of this last push too, I think. But, I'm always wary that Catholics, like, they always having scandals with the molesting kids. People go, wait a second, how is this? Like, the exact place where that's not supposed to be happening, it's happening. So what the fuck else y'all got going on? Like, this is the shit that slipped. Oopsie, slip under the rug. What whole other shit y'all got going on? And that's what light is. Wait a second, you're doing something that's hindering our evolution. It's dark, it's low vibrational, it's hate, it's called guilt, causing shame, and it's spreading that to youth and fucking up people's lives. That's not a part of, humanity's future as a species. Like, when we're actually, like, when you're more intelligent, when you're more aware, you're more emotionally conscious, that is the higher, what Jesus was on is the superhuman, like, level of, like, okay, base, our powers and abilities are and our emotions are very tied together. How we really feel about ourselves, even our subconscious. If you're feeling really shitty and you're in dark, it's gonna fuck up your powers. You're not gonna be manifesting the right way. Because it's ignorance, it's unawareness. There's something there that you're unaware of. But that's the cool thing. We're really like we're in a great time. Even when you look at the astrology, we have a grand trine. The astrology, I be looking at everything, because when you look at the finer details, the slim things, like, when it comes to the spiritual, when it comes to high vibration, as of right now, at our current level, it's difficult for us to perceive it. And that's what I feel, because as I get older, as time progresses, we are gaining more knowledge about what humans are. Like, wait, humans? So you're telling me just by doing jumping jacks, it can do this? Or you're telling me just by my emotions, like, I can, like, we have a vibrational field. All this shit is out, but it's not put on the mainstream. It's not the shit that they're pushing to you. If it was in China, they'd be pushing that shit. Like, China, they want their civilization to be strong, but the thing is, we got a pedal problem type shit. And so they've been trying to keep us distracted, keep us, discombobulated, while they're doing all this fuck shit and weird shit. Yo, wait, so you're just trying to keep me ignorant so you can keep doing evil shit? And you're making me pay this because the more I'm ignorant, the more I'm focused about bills, I can't be looking at my government. Like, it's some weird shit that they was doing, and that's what darkness is. It's ignorance, it's foolishness. Like, they will get head bent on an idea and built their whole life around it, that humans are pieces of shit and they hate all humans, which I understand their experiences in life that can bring that to you. But then there's opposite bound to the people who are like school shooters and shit like that. When you read their manifesto, and like, what the fuck was this nigga thinking? But that's the thing, as human beings, we're each we're each our own world. And if you don't got any characters in your world, then you are just in that world, and you can put ideas there and not have them challenged. Or if you surround yourself with yes men, you can just believe this whole thing of life. Okay, this, I don't really have to understand why I think this way or feel this way, but this is the way society should be, and I just ignore them or just knock them away, and everything will be good. And then when something happens where it pierces through the veil, everything you fabricated, that's like an attack on your world. Like, alarms start going off and shit. Just as how it really be like when people like feel like you wounded their ego and shit like that. It's an attack on their world and everything they built. They said the world was this way, and that's why I realized with myself, when I exist, I am a contradiction to a lot of people's world. So they're like, okay. So most people, like, really, they don't like me, like, type shit. And that's the, I am kind of schizoid. So it's the thing, like, hey, yo, if by being me makes people not like me, then I guess I'm cool with it. Some people I like in anime, nobody fuck with them, nobody like them. Like, they were like the loner type shit. So I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. It's just how I kind of naturally am. And yeah, type shit. But yeah, human beings are very powerful. And the more you understand and know yourself more, like spend time alone, just talk with yourself, just communicate with yourself, and think to yourself, like, yo, what do I really believe? What do I really feel? Am I happy where I am in my life? And if you're like, no, fuck no, I don't like this, man, this is shit, hell, like, then it's like, okay, I hear you. Let's sit down and come up with like a plan. If we really hate it that much, I've seen stories of guys who was like made it out the mud and shit, and then they made it to become a rap star. Like, it sucks that you have to crawl out of it so full of shit, but when you come out, you'll be that much stronger and that much more capable and able to understand, okay, if I really want to do this shit, how do I do this shit? Because when you on the sidelines, you watch the ones who are on the field a lot, and you can see what they're doing. You can pay attention to their habits, and you can adapt them. That's a part of like soon future human beings just gonna be taught all this shit from the rip right at school, and it will just like, okay, so now when a kid's coming out of school, he's coming out like with a doctorate of intelligence, not being able to read books and like shit like math and shit, but as far as what it understands to be a human being, how it is to live a life, like, oh, he like, as far as people's consciousness, some people are like, okay, this guy, I don't know, he's using that slang, like terminology like a doctorate, but that would be just so way more advanced than what we would be at high school. Graduating high school in the future will be like graduating like college level of intelligence, but intelligence not in reading books and not in a fake way, real life experience. Like, shit doesn't have to be you have to read 5 paragraphs and then write 200 words. Like, that's not learning. That shit's boring. That shit's lame. And I'll never do it. Like, I always BS those shits because this shit is fake. This isn't learning. This isn't, because I've always been confident in myself. I was like, I know, like, I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I don't think I'm a high IQ person, honestly. I think I probably maybe IQ wise, because I got a 50 something on it. I got a 52 on the ASVAB, so I'm not that smart. But there's this thing called liquid intelligence, where you really thinking you have no barriers. You're just free flow. You have no tie down to anything. Like, I'm not, like, I can't think this way because I'm a Republican. I can't think this way because I'm a liberal. I don't do any of that bullshit. There was it's like game Bloods versus Crips. We were pointing out, like, oh, that's kind of dumb that, they're killing each other over red and blue, but look what they guys doing. They calling us Republicans and Democrats. They got y'all doing the same shit, and they got y'all doing drive-bys now and shit. People doing drive-bys and shit, like, oh, Democrats, yeah, I believe in Marxism, and I believe I am what I say I am, no matter what. Like I think that the liberals, they could get so far left, they in Looneyville. Republicans can get so far right, they like stormtroopers and shit. But both of the sides have been, when it comes to the government, the liberal governments will use stormtroopers on your ass. And conservative ones will too. Like, the liberals, the government, pretend to be like the commoner, like the regular people, but they're really like, yo, we're like the Republican. I want the world to look more like this. I want the world to look more like that. And they're like, but at the end of the day, like, it's still the power difference, power structure. But yeah, like, that's the thing, like, human beings have so much to them, and then there won't be bullshit like this happening in the future, because we'll be like, oh yeah, we learned about that when people are away for too long, or when people have these ideas, or people have a sensitivity to criticism very heavily. And because there's very on a spectrum to how you can feel to being criticized, being able to take jokes, and the sensitivity to that could be, indicator of like personality disorder, like cluster B, like, because it's a certain joke, oh bro, he was just saying, like, it's not suitable to get that angry at it. So if you do some shit that's really hard, and like, yeah, that's why I realized, like, because I don't like to hurt people, it's just not like, it doesn't do anything, like, it just makes someone lower vibrational, hurt someone for no reason. But realizing that, oh, just my natural way of being could hurt someone. Like, that's what I realized. Like, it's just me being myself, and I'm hurting people. What the hell would I do? So I definitely learned to, okay, around certain people you can be just truly free, not hide a different self. I am still me everywhere I go. But there is types of me. Like, okay, you're getting crazy me, where I'm like, like, you're getting full on me. I'm in that mode. And there's some, okay, it's like a censored me, oh no, I won't go here. I won't go there. Won't go there. Won't go there. Won't go there. And there's an in-between where it's like, oh, okay, I can actually, be free. And some people, like, they feel that way when it comes to violent things. Like, I like doing this, I'm a monster, I have these impulses. But a lot of this shit is trauma-based, and it could be some shit that you're just ignorant of. Oh, no, it's not that you like killing people. It's like you like, it could be like a combative challenge or some shit like that. And like, you can do this without killing someone. How about that? And then there are thoughts like, that's why we're going to get to the bottom of it. Like, what are these thoughts of people just wanting to go and kill people? I know, like, I think it has to do with the worldview too, because I mean, that's the thing. Like, each human has their own world. Some people are not taking good shit of their world. Their world is shitty. It's full of inconsistencies. It's very, like, a lot of dark places. No, if you go over there, you're gonna get mugged. Like, your world, when you closing your eyes and you're just thinking to yourself and being with yourself, your world is you. It's probably the real you, which is some crazy shit. So, just go take time in your world. Talk with yourself, like, and actually just don't shoot this shit with yourself. You can't pretend wear a mask with yourself. Your true self knows, like, oh, the nigga doing this, like you know, you can't. So that's why he's just being letting go. He's like, hey, what do I really think about this? You know, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. So what is it? What is it, like, just having those little conversations? You can work your way to big things. Like, a lot of my relationships have ended bad, ended in divorce, or I've broken up a lot of times, or a lot of people, I got in a lot of fights. What could that be? Well, in this relationship, it did seem like this was, they were just an asshole. It wasn't really that they were just an asshole. That could be a part of it, but what are other things? Like, because for some reason you keep finding these assholes, you know? You're drawn to these assholes. So there's something to be like, you know, it's a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie. Because then you gotta break down. But it's not really work to me. It's fun. You're exploring, you're uncovering about yourself, you're learning. But if it's like relationship problems, you're gonna have to be like, okay, because a lot of, like, let's say women, it's the energy that they like of the bad boy. The energy, like, oh, like, if it's against the world, I know he, like, it's more primal. It's less spiritual. Spiritual or higher vibration is when, okay, I love this person so much. I've never found a person like this. This person's very unique, interesting. I love their world. That's what higher is. And some people usually, they don't care about the looks. Like, they just care about the personality, who the person is, which I think is the real, like, I just care about the person, who this person is. I love so much. But when you're looking for looks, you're like, okay, from what I've seen, people who just are heavy in the looks world, and like sometimes they cannot have, it seems like, thought as much about shit because everything's just handed to them because they're beautiful. Like, there's always kind of this, like, you know, bimbo glaze sometimes. But I like athletes, professional athletes, like, that's been changing. Like, the jocks have not been doing that. But I don't know about the bimbos. The bimbos seem to be more able to be brainwashed and mind controlled by what the government and the media put out. Because they trick them and say, oh, because Chad cheated on you, asshole, all men are this. And look, also, you see the violence. Like, this is really, like, we're under. But the world is not PG or PG-13. Like, as it currently is, it's more XX. Like, there's literally pedophile trafficking cults, and it's like people in power and the government who want control over society, and they're telling us that they are going to use AI for our best interests when they've been fucking and doing all this other shit that wasn't. They live in different worlds from what we live in, and some of them have ideas of the people who are not like them, that they are beneath them. You know, narcissism, like, people can really get dangerous in their worlds and what they become and what they truly believe. That's why it's understanding a thought you have, and because some thoughts are placed there by evil and darkness. Like, oh, if we get him believing this for this long, we'll create a monster, you know? But some of it, a lot of it, what the dark is saying is trickery, is lies, is fake. They don't want you to believe what's true. When you believe what's true, it lessens or to them, they think it's going to lessen them, but it's not going to lessen them. It's just going to reveal that they were just all part of the whole time. They were just in the dark and didn't know it. But the person in the light knows that this person is of the light, but the person in the dark doesn't know that. So he's like, well, what are you doing? When you come towards me, this part goes away. Like, I don't know, like, this is weird. It's literally the opposite. So it's the masculine, feminine, light, and dark. There has to be these contrasts. Right now in the world, in the simulation, it's the dark of the world is really dark. This is as dark as we're probably ever going to see it for humanity, and we're living right in it. We're living in a pit. I think Steiner called it nadir. But when you think about it, just energetically, you just picture what has been going on in the world. Like, not being ignorant. That's the thing. I don't like being on people that are ignorant just of the evil of the world. Because when we're ignorant of it, they be sneaking around and be happy. Oh, yeah, there's nothing going on. And if you really know, like, wait, a pedophile cult, and they're our most powerful people, and they were been ruling us and shit, and they were making us go to wars and shit, and they've just been playing with us and doing weird shit. Yeah, like, this is the dark of the dark. We're in it. There are people that have masks and personas because they feel that their true self is a demon or more demonic or likes doing dark shit. And this is how I really am, this is how I truly am. And it might just be a feeling, but they believe they are that way. And why they me conforming to the world, I'll just become the villain of the world. They always do this to me anyways. I'm going to work diligently and all this, and I'm going to build this. And then when people come to me, I'll be like, fuck off. And then that's the thing. It's twisted and it's dark, but they're still human. They have that power and divinity to chase a goal, so they're going in a more negative direction. But this is just not the way of light. And love is stronger than hate. Like, so love is gonna win because it's the stronger thing. It's the less dense thing. So, yeah, that's just what I have to talk about today. And I guess I have to listen to it and just chop up certain parts. I think that's what I'll do. I don't know, or just unload them fully. But this is just what humans are powerful. Like, we are not just a human. We are like superhumans, but we've been in half sleep and sleeping and not aware. We haven't awoken up to what we really are. And it's really cool. I've been doing the more shadow work, the more doing what Christ said, the more being a good moral human being, and not being like doing what Christ says, not corny. Like, I always got stressed. It's not corny. It's nothing corny. It's just not stealing from that guy, not killing that guy because he made fun of your shoes. And which it's just like, we gotta be aware. And there's just some super shit about humans that you won't be able to get to when you're in darkness because you're still half asleep. You have the power and you're able to manifest it or do it in control. Oh, wow, I'm able to use a part of my superhuman ability, but you can't use 100%. You can't use full of it because there are still dark parts that you haven't addressed or ignorance. And it's going against the flow of reality because it's not true. The constant flow of reality of truth is good. Like, just if you think about just total truth, it was good, you know? Total truth of the daycare agency. Well, the total truth was, I don't know where you get it, but kids learn this way the best, and then so when you're in this environment, it could be really detrimental for the adulthood. But we found out and discovered that kids react this way. Okay, so that is a truth. Kids react this way. These things affect kids. Arguing affects the kid's brain, and it could cause them to have dissociative disorder where they create other personalities within themselves, within their world, that take over and could possess them. Which sounds crazy, but look into identity disturbance disorder. I think that's what it's called. Like, that's the to the regular commoner, y'all think this shit is crazy. And you know, it's crazy guy talking, but y'all haven't looked, y'all haven't read, so y'all don't know type shit. So I look like the goofy one when it's really y'all. That's why getting knowledge and becoming more aware. That's the thing. You don't take offense to that. If you take offense to that, I'm like, hey, that's kind of what I'm talking about. This is like, yo, like being called goofy. You can call me goofy. You can call me a flying fat retard. I don't care. I'm me. You know, you're outside of me. I'm in my world and I know how I built it, and I've been honest with myself to as harsh as a degree I can, but at certain levels it's very tricky with the ego trying to get in the way. But there's a lot that I'm like, okay, I pretty much know what I can do and what I believe in myself that I could do, but I know what my weaknesses are, and I know that these things I keep returning to them like a dog returns to his vomit. So it's like, okay, so right now I'm in a battle with myself, overcoming myself, finally getting over this hump of the self and being more disciplined and just being better for myself. That's the stage where that happens, I think, when you keep trying to get truth. What is awareness? Okay, I thought I was doing this, and I thought, but what the truth about it was, but this is what it really was. I sought this out, and that's why it happened to me. Like this, like just being aware of what total truth can be. Some people, like, you just built your whole world on this, so it feels a little bit like a death or a pain, and some people can't withstand the pain. Because internal pain, for some people who feel more deeply, that could be way worse than what it is for a person who doesn't feel as deeply, who's more robotic like me. But the more I've done shrooms and weed, I've increased my emotions. But I also understand that as I've gotten stronger, that, okay, God is in control. And nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. And that's why there are things that along the way I could have done to help. But due to the situational circumstances of everything, it led to this outcome. So, but that's the thing, not holding hate. Hate is low vibrational. Understanding, from their perspective, why they're doing that, what could possibly be it. And it's really, like, you gotta be an investigator. Okay, people who do these acts, people who have this person, like, doing all these qualities, is saying that this is cluster B, and people and just learning and discovering about the dark side of humanity as well. We have the light and we have the dark. But when we put light on the dark, we clean that shit up, and we don't kill it. It's just light reveals. Light doesn't kill. So, yeah, that's it, because this is running long. But humans are super. And that's what I want everyone to know. But you have to love yourself and you have to love other people. You got to treat other people how you want to be treated. You might not think in your head, but the thing is, there's knowledge that you don't have yet. There's an understanding that you don't have yet. So you're in ignorance still by thinking that. Because when you go through a shitty experience and when it puts you on their level, you're going to see things from their perspective. And it's, you could do that mentally through thought, or you could do it through experience. Experience, you feel it more, and it's more like, whoa, because you literally went to their perspective, and you had to live as them, not just a thought experiment. But I could do both, I feel like. But, yeah, loving each other, that's important. and you're gonna be tested. I know I was tested, which it makes it seem like it definitely. Like, I know there are other dimensions, and like when you see what the pedophile evil occult was doing, a lot of it you're gonna find occult worship and talking to deities, because that's actually a part of the other dimension. It's a dimension that we can't perceive. Just like you have cats and dogs that can perceive shit we can't because of their senses that we don't have. There are other, entities. Like life, we just think we're just the only pebble out here. Like there's shit that's bigger than what we understand. And that's the thing, we're superhumans in this story. We're just at our low point, or just at our like genesis. Really. Now we're about to take off, and we're about to find out so much more shit, but we gotta get rid of this little rat infestation problem we got going on, because they were clinging to the dark and hiding in the dark and having their thoughts and having their beliefs. They don't want truth to shine a light on it. They don't want to be wrong. So they're going to live in it and wear the mask of it and do whatever it takes to preserve it. So they're trying to drag us into a war, doing it look like the fake alien disclosure. That shit looks so fake and corny. I'm like, okay, so if you knew aliens, like, wouldn't we be, like, that's the shit, it's in a dimension we can't perceive. But, like, okay, if it's UFOs, wouldn't other countries have released that shit? Why are they waiting for America to do it first? And then the shit I saw looked like some, like, soup guy flying in the air, and they said it was like a stormtrooper balloon. So I just think this is, like, them, when you just think about it energetically, they know what this shit is. You think they're not smart? They're fucking with us. They're just trying to delay time. And they're kind of fucking with us. So what the fuck you mean you showing, like, you know that there's pedophiles and you're not revealing their names, you're blotting it out? Like, they're showing, like, hey, like, because as more light becomes, more and more we're seeing what they are, and they're, at this point, they're like, yeah, they're kind of seeing, they're looking at this shit now. What did you try to blot now? They use it, yeah, like, so they're just like, fuck it. There's gonna be like a boot, like, something's gonna happen. Just looking at it energetically, it does, like, everything is reaching a climax. That's what it feels like.